Imagine one day many years ago that a 14-year-old boy named Mark Karnes worked in the fields with his grandfather. As he worked, his thoughts drifted to the hay baler that was being used. This hay baler was powered by a very small engine turning a huge wheel. Look at the power of leverage, he thought. Having already worked on engines, he was familiar with the concept of the internal combustion engine. Mark understood that all the moving parts came together to produce one action, the turning of the shaft. What if a person could figure out how to produce the power at the outside of the wheel? After all, once the power of that small engine turned that big wheel, the momentum produced enormous horsepower. Imagine that this teen, with his vivid foresight, kept thinking of this concept for years and slowly started making drawings, revising them each time he sat down to dream some more. Little by little, the concept of the Karnes Dyno Rev engine started to take shape. This process continued for 23 years. Now grown up, Mark had set about the task of making a living and supporting his family. But the engine kept entering his mind. He thought about it, talked to others about it, studied his drawings, and thought, imagine if I could build it. Imagine that people started to listen, started investing, started believing. Again, little by little, the Karnes Dyno Rev engine started to take shape. These investors, these believers, are not scientists, not engineers, but common people. They're farmers, salesmen, small business owners, lawyers, doctors, laborers, and entrepreneurs, all with one common goal: to make it possible for this new engine to revolutionize the world. Imagine that they put all their faith in Mark's idea and that he could make this new engine run. Imagine that he has. The reality of the Karnes Dyno Rev engine is here. The concept worked. Power can be generated at the outside of the wheel. Now it's your turn to imagine what this can mean not only to your company, but to the world. Don't be too short-sighted in your imagination. The possibilities are almost endless. If today something is being powered by an internal combustion engine, it is inevitable that the Karnes Dyno Rev engine will make it better. Imagine automobiles powered by the Karnes Dyno Rev. These automobiles not only would get somewhere in the 100 mile per gallon range, but would not have to sacrifice the performance the world has come to know and love. Imagine what that could mean for the environment. Fewer emissions, more power, and with more efficiency. Imagine airplanes powered by the Karnes Dyno Rev. Airplanes utilizing this engine could fly faster, higher, and farther without refueling, and with the option of placing the engine in the belly of the plane. Planes could be totally redesigned for new weight and balance options. Imagine ships powered by the Karnes Dyno Rev. One of the great aspects of this engine is that the only limitation in size is the limit of your imagination. Imagine generators powered by the Karnes Dyno Rev. Generators could run at a constant speed year in and year out, using so little fuel that this engine could completely revolutionize the generation of electrical power. Imagine small equipment powered by the Karnes Dyno Rev engine. Gas trimmers, chainsaws, leaf blowers, and lawnmowers will now have a solution to their two-cycle problem and will still be able to operate upside down, sideways, or in any other position. Imagine heavy equipment powered by the Karnes Dyno Rev engine. Bulldozers, backhoes, graders, forklifts, and farm machinery will all see an efficiency that has never been thought of before. Imagine locomotives hastening toward their destinations with a Karnes Dyno Rev powering their generators. Imagine semi-trucks able to get 25 miles per gallon. We have imagined, we have believed, and Karnes Dyno Rev Engines Incorporated has built this engine. The future is now. Now you can imagine too, what would this new engine, this new technology, this new way of life for the world be worth to your company? What if your company owned this engine and had control of who could have licensing agreements, and more importantly, in some instances, who wouldn't? How much is the Karnes Dyno Rev engine worth? Only you can imagine.
Mark, it's time to go back to work. Mark? Mark, what are you doing, boy?
Just dreaming, Grandpa. Just dreaming.